Hi everyone, it's Veronica, and I am here with Kit and Kaboodle Krafting episode number 3. If you have not been following this is a series where I am taking kits that I have been hoarding over the years and kits that I have recently purchased and I am creating with them. Trying to see what I can get done with all of that goodness that is just sitting around in my craft space. So I do have a playlist. I will have the link to that in the description box. And if you would like to join in, please feel free to do so. In the playlist, you will see my episodes and you will also see a video from Fun Creations, Lucretia. She is also playing along, so she will also have a video this week as well. So make sure you check that out. Okay, let's get started. The kit that I chose to use for this episode is the first subscription box from Pink and Main. They started a subscription box this year, and I got in on the ground floor. So this is the kit. It came with a welcome gift. You can still get in. You won't get the older kits, but you can still subscribe when subscription time opens. So be checking out the website so you'll know when that happens. And it is a lot of fun stuff. Now, if you remember, and I did an unboxing on this kit, this one was birthday related. So this was the bag that you get, and some of the contents. This was actually the welcome gift, the stamps and the coordinating dies. Here are dies, the gems, there's ink, yarn, not yarn, twine. Why did I say yarn? Twine, envelopes. You get a description card. And this is another stamp set here. Okay. And also you get papers and a paper pad. And I'm not showing everything. I will put a link in the description box to the unboxing for this as well. But what I did want to show you is this is what I have left from all of the papers that were included in the kit. This is the 6x6 pad, and that's all that is left. And if you look, there's some that I cut into in here as well. But this is all that is left, and I will be using it. So what I'll probably do this month, since there is, it's a longer month, then, and there's another Wednesday, because I post on first and third Wednesdays, I will do a special edition Kit and Kaboodle Krafting where I show you what I did with the leftovers. Okay, because we are not going to waste any of this yumminess. So I'm going to put all this in here. So I used that, and then there were some things that I used from my stash as well. These were some punches that I used. Okay. I'm going to move that out of the way. And this is one more punch that I used. When you see black ink, it's the Memento Tuxedo Black. And some dies that I pulled in were the ribbon end dies from My Creative Time. This is Gina Marie Design Stitched Rectangles. I use spellbinders, of course. We have the large circles, the small circles, the large scallop circles, and the small scallop circles. Okay, now before I begin, let me tell you where my inspiration came from. I was totally inspired by Kristie Marcotte. I will have a link to her channel in the description box. I had ran across her channel years ago and really wanted to try the technique that she uses to create cards, and more cards from one 6x6 paper pad. She is extraordinary at doing that. But I never did follow up. So my inspiration is coming from her. She had this same kit. So I said, well, let me see what it feels like to do what she did. So I was totally inspired by her. All credit goes to her. This is none of my designs. But what I like about her is that she uses sketches, which it never really occurred to me to pull out sketches to do cards. And I know there are different sites that do that. I do it for scrapbook layouts, but never for cards. But this time I followed what she did. So let's get started. I made a total of 20 cards. 20. Because what she does is when she creates one, she creates a second. And you can really use up some paper pads doing that. So here we go. This is the first set. And if you remember when I showed you how much of the paper pad I had left, there were no covers, back or front covers. And that is because this is it. This base piece right here. That's it. She actually used that as well. And I thought that was so cool. So the only thing that is done inside the cards to finish is a strip of the pattern paper. But this is so cute. So I have all these cards now that I can use for any occasion. And they are not gender specific. So you can just use them for whoever. All right. So that's the first set. Here is the second set. And I just thought this was so cool. So cool. And again, she had the same kit. So she got the welcome gift and the regular dies and stamps that go with the kit. When I tell you she touched everything in that kit, I mean everything. I think in the big stamp set, there may have been one stamp that she didn't use. And that was an 8x8 stamp set, if I'm not, or 8x6. Pretty good size. But this is adorable. And that's the inside. So both of those are alike. And the next set. This was my favorite. I thought this turned out so pretty. And you know, she was talking about using combinations of the patterns, because for me, if I looked at it, I would say, even though the papers coordinate, I wouldn't put them together because some were so much more busier and then some were busy, and I wouldn't have put the busier and busy together. But as she was saying, if you mat it, that breaks it up. And I do like matting, so that wasn't an issue. But this is, so you see this pattern and this pattern. And when I said it was my favorite, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, really, really nice together. And the next set, then I changed and said, this is my favorite. So I don't know what my favorite is, but they are so pretty because all of the colors in that particular kit were so vibrant, so pretty. But look at all these cards that I have to use. Here's the next set. I think this was the first one that I did. Really, really nice. So you got one sheet of each of these colors. And they're 8.5 by 11. So I was like really being very, very careful about how I cut and how much I cut, because I didn't know how far it was going to go. All right. And this one, which is really cute. All right, and the next set, it came with these sequins. Now this was the first one that I did. And then this is the second one. Now why they stuck to the tape, I will never know. I mean, it gave it a different look, but I was like, what in the world did I do differently? And I thought I did everything the same, but hey, still a nice card. And that's the inside. Hey. And this is the next set. Simple, but I think it packs a punch. And that's what I've got to get to, is making flatter, simpler cards that are really, really cute. I like dimension, but I need to kind of bring it down a notch. Okay, and here's this one. So everything you see, all of the sentiments, these dies, except for the circles and the scallops, that was in the kit. And this is the last set. Now, this was interesting. I'm not a real glitter person, but the glitter was in the kit. So it was like stuff was just flying everywhere. I was like, no. So I had a box. And when I first hit this paper with the heat, it was like all you saw was little flakes just flying. So I wised up and I took the flaps of the box and pulled them up and had them to try to stand as much as I could, with me using the heat gun in one hand and the other hand trying to hold the flaps, and then just having the paper down in the box. That helped tremendously, tremendously. But that turned out so pretty. All right, that is my project for this episode. Again, inspired by Kristie Marcotte. Her link will be in the description box. Please, please, please check her out. You will be so, so inspired. As I said, she is just extraordinary. To do that many cards out of one 6x6 pad is just amazing to me. I don't know if we're going to be able to get let me see if I can move some of these things out of the way so you can at least see the cards again. But now I have a wonderful stash that I can pull from whenever I need a birthday card. Alrighty, let's put you here. Nope, let's put you up here. Okay, that's the cards. 20 cards out of one 6x6 pad. I am going to try another 6x6 pad that I have. I mean, and we have stuff to use. We may not have a kit to go with every 6x6 that we have, but we have stuff, y'all. We have stuff. We just got to pull our stuff and use it. But this was tremendous. It was a great learning experience for me. And I am certainly looking forward to trying it again. Thank you all for watching. Remember to check the links in the description box. And if you would like to participate, please feel free to do so. Happy crafting!